So the number one prospect for Rookie of the Year, Joel Embiid, has recently been injured and will miss the rest of the season. This definitely raises the question: who will win Rookie of the Year? Obviously, not the greatest draft class this year. Judah, who do you see winning Rookie of the Year?
I think it's sort of out of 3 people right now. Or 2 people. I mean, the other one's just my favourite, to be honest. But no, I think Dario Saric. He's averaging what? I think close to 12 points at the moment. I could be wrong though. I haven't checked that. But yeah, no, he's ever since Joel Embiid's been absent, I think he's been in the starting lineup since Philadelphia have quite a few injuries on their roster now, and you know he's been playing really well actually, and he's taken over for Joel Embiid quite nicely. They're not really getting the same wins they were getting with Joel Embiid, but they're just not doing as well without Joel, obviously. But yeah, Dario Saric has done a good job of picking up the mess afterwards. Another one who's been in the talks all year. He was probably second after Joel Embiid. Malcolm Brogdon, obviously a big one. Bit of a steal. Everyone calls him a steal, being picked in the second round. He's been playing a very good season so far. Good backup point guard off the bench, even starting when Delly was injured for a while there. What's wrong, Ryan? You don't like Malcolm Brogdon?
Oh, look, he's a starting shooting. He's a shooting guard, and Tony Snell's starting over him. So.
No, he's been playing backup point. He played point guard.
No, he's a shooting guard. He comes off the bench sometimes to play point, but when you got guys like Delly and even Giannis sometimes playing point, like before obviously Parker got hurt, you know, I don't know. If he's that good, I'd expect him to be able to start over Tony Snell. But you don't agree?
Chris Middleton wasn't starting over Tony Snell.
That's because he's hurt.
No, when he came back, he wasn't starting over Tony Snell.
Oh, sure.
The only reason he's starting now is because Parker got injured.
But he was still out with injury before he came back.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, he was injured for at least the first 6 months.
No, when Middleton came back, he played like 5-6 games. He was coming off the bench after Tony Snell. And Tony Snell's sort of just been integrated into the Bucks starting lineup. That's the only reason he's been starting most games.
But he only started because Middleton was hurt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
Like,
yeah.
That was the only reason they made them.
And now he's integrated into their lineup. Anyway, back to the topic. Brogdon has put up he grabbed a triple double early this year, and he's one of like only 10 second rounders in their rookie year to do that. He had some nice stat to go with that. But yeah, no, he's been putting up good numbers this season. So the usual suspects are Ben Simmons obviously being injured the whole season as well. Everyone was sort of expecting Brandon Ingram to put up a pretty good case, and he's playing a lot better than he was to start the season.
He's your boss, isn't he?
Yeah, I call him a boss. Yeah, of course. He's playing a lot better than he was to start the season. His stats were absolutely horrendous. I was cringing looking at him, to be honest. But he is playing better now, I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, the third pick. You know,
he is a boss.
He's a terrible boss. He's a terrible boss.
For the Celtics to have the third best pick in the draft, right? Like the Nets pick, obviously.
Yeah.
And to be able to not get a superstar for him. And they're not going to get a superstar for Jaylen Brown. No one wants Jaylen Brown. The kid can't shoot. He's not as good as a defender as everyone says he is. He's super athletic. And he can't finish at the rim. Apart from dunking when he's open.
I'm not going to lie. I actually do like Jaylen Brown. I don't know why he was picked third.
Would you prefer Ingram or him? Ingram or Brown?
Oh, Brown, for sure.
Really?
I don't like Ingram at all. He's a bust. I'm telling you. You seen his stats? Oh, I cried when I looked at those the first time.
But seriously, who's got a better chance of being a superstar, Ingram or Brown?
No, probably Ingram, but I like Brown better. I think Brown's better than Ingram.
Alright.
I know that doesn't make sense, but...
Opinions speak louder than stats.
Yeah, well, Ingram has a better chance to be superstar in LA. That's a big part of it, to be honest. But anyway, Ryan, who do you think Rookie of the Year candidates are now that Joel Embiid's injured?
Well, look, to be honest, I honestly think the Rookie of the Year award should be postponed for a year.
Really?
I honestly think.
Totally.
I just don't think you've got
enough talent
of a winner. Like, you just don't have a good enough rookie to take the award.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't give it to Embiid, like you said.
The
He's
rookies,
only played 31 games.
The rookies this year just haven't really...
They're
crap and haven't been getting minutes.
And especially with the upcoming draft being so stacked and filled as it will be. The best thing you could do is trade your pick last year to a team that has 2 picks like this year coming up and get both of them. Especially if it's tight, because realistically, none of them are good. Like, they just aren't. Like, I mean,
we don't know about Ben Simmons yet.
We haven't seen him play
honestly, he would be the only thing. If let's say Ben Simmons like Kwame Brown, for example. Like, you know, I understand that's a pretty big jump, but or Andrew Bynum. Oh, not Andrew Bynum. Sorry, what's his name? He's the guy that got hurt. Greg Oden. Let's say he's like heaps of potential, really good, but just never ends up getting on the court. Like, this draft is going to probably be seen as one of the biggest busts of all time. Like, when your two best players essentially are late first rounders and second round, like Brogdon and Chris, essentially. And the other guys, you got a Saric and Embiid, who weren't even, like, they weren't in this draft, you know what I mean? Like, they were drafted, a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Realistically, like, this isn't a good, like, this is a terrible draft.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chris was drafted in the early first round.
Well, he wasn't a lottery pick, was he?
Oh, he was.
They picked Bender before they picked
Yeah, and then
him.
they picked Chris they traded away.
Is that Chris Dunn?
Someone else picked Marquise Chris and they traded it. Or Orlando picked up Bender, sorry, and traded it to Phoenix. So Phoenix had a later pick in the lottery.
Oh, well, they got it from the Kings.
They had like an 8th and 9th pick.
But regardless, it's still not a top 3. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's no...
Yeah, for sure.
I'd take Wiggins and the Parker draft over him any day.
I think it's just the fact that the rookies this year, because they're crap, simply. I mean, I know they're NBA players, and I know, I'm not an NBA player.
It's very easy to overly, like, judge them. Like, what's it called? Like, jump to conclusions when it's just their first year. And overreact. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to overreact, but, like, like, and even Embiid, like, we don't know if he's going to end up being like Andrew Bynum. Like, Andrew Bynum, if you look back, people were comparing him to Dwight Howard. That's the best center in the league. Like, the best center in the league. Like, DeMarcus Cousins. But he just couldn't stay on the court because he'd always get hurt.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's a bit like Embiid's played, 31 games and he's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And
He already missed
before
the
that, he'd
first
already
2
missed the first 2 years. Like, that's a big question mark.
No, it's just the rookies this draft. There aren't many that are actually getting consistent minutes on the court. Like, even Bender, well, he doesn't play any minutes. Like, Marquise Chris gets more minutes than him. But, yeah, the few rookies we've seen that actually do get minutes, Ingram's one of them, and I think, personally, he's trash, to be honest. Jaylen Brown's another. He's not putting up good stats at all. Chris is my favourite. I really like Marquise Chris, but obviously he's not going to win Rookie of the Year. Just, we can't.
Oh, a lot of them are in the D-League. Thon Maker, like, 10th overall, and I know
He's in the
as much
D-League.
as you like him, he's not playing. Like, he's just not playing.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I reckon some of the best Tyler Ulis. I remember you were at my place on a draft day.
Yeah.
I was talking about how much I wish the Bulls had drafted Tyler. Like, this was obviously before they signed Rondo and free agency and everything. But they were
He's getting
obviously
minutes
had a
now.
hole at point guard. He had a game winner the other night.
Yeah.
He had a game winner, won the game for the Suns. Like,
Yeah, which is funny because I'm pretty sure Marquise Chris got the game-winning steal, which Tyler Ulis then grabbed.
Yeah.
That's the rookie.
and
thing, eh?
again, Ulis was 59, 58. Like, he was picked, second round. And,
He's not getting
he's one
minutes.
of the best players in the draft.
In the
like,
draft,
essentially,
yeah.
like, really, realistic. A lot of the players from the draft have been stashed away, as in they're over in Europe right now playing. And teams
Oh,
are
there was so many, especially when watching draft night.
Celtics picked up a
What,
shitload of
Papa Giannis as well? There were so many players. So I remember
Great
watching
pick up
draft
from the
night,
Kings.
and I just remember after the top 10 picks, every pick after that was like, who is that guy? Like you just didn't know them,
Deontay
and they're not
Davis
in the
I like.
league.
Wade Baldwin I like. I think Grizzlies are really picked 2 good rookies.
Yeah.
Again, they don't need them because,
They don't
you've
get
got
minutes.
Gasol and Rand. Like, you're
Mike
competing.
Conley,
You're
yeah.
competing, you know what I mean? Or trade away Randolph and Gasol and fully rebuild. Like, you need to... But I don't think they will because, they just re-signed Conley to, a 5-year, $150 million deal.
Yeah.
So, I'd expect Randolph to get re-signed. If not, if they don't re-sign him, I'd expect them to pick another start player or power forward.
Yes. Anyway, so obviously what we've got from there is that this year you both see as a complete bust for the draft, pretty much.
It honestly depends how good Ben Simmons plays when he gets back there.
Yeah.
Because if Ben Simmons is like Greg Oden or like Kwame Brown, whichever bust you're talking about, well then obviously this draft is going to be probably worse than the Anthony Bennett draft, to be honest. But if he does come back and he's plays like Cat played in his first year or how Andrew Wiggins played his first year, well then that's going to put a different spin on the draft. Obviously, it will make it look a lot better.
I think the 2017 draft, this upcoming draft, is going to absolutely cement that it's a bust. When you got guys like Lonzo Ball, Dennis Smith,
Markel Fultz, yeah.
when you got a draft, and then again, like guys like Jay Billis and all the guys that predict, that do the mock draft, when they're saying 1 through to 15 have the potential of being all stars.
That's 15. That's a one pick after the lottery too.
That's essentially we're talking about like LeBron, D Wade, Melo, Bosh. Like
Yeah.
we're talking about that draft. Like realistically, like that
Milicic.
is. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously you're gonna have that bust in there.
Yeah.
When you got guys like Lonzo Ball, Dennis Smith, Jason Taylor, like Dukes. I mean, you got essentially you got 3 main programs. You got UCLA. I've got Lonzo Ball, TJ Leaf. Great rookies. And Duke's
Kentucky.
stuck. Kentucky's absolutely stacked with Malik Monk. Their backcourt's insane. Even their centers and Bam Adebayo. They have you got so many good college players. When you compare essentially 0 All-Stars, and that there's a genuine chance there will be 0 All-Stars from last year's draft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you compare that to a possible potential 15, there's no question it'll be a boss.
Oh yeah, definitely. No. But just on that draft that you see next year, just a bit of draft prediction. Who do you see as the number 1 overall pick in the draft? Both of you, Judah first, maybe.
Markel Fultz, to be honest. I think a lot of people are going to say the same thing. I see a lot of people that think Lonzo Ball's going to be number 1 pick. A lot of people that think Markel Fultz. But after watching Markel Fultz's game, he's just an all-round player. A beautiful jump shot, great team player, good passer, plays great defense. Yeah, he can do everything. He's probably the most versatile player in the draft. He looks like an NBA player. I mean, Lonzo Ball, another great player. He'd probably go second. If he goes for download.
If his dad doesn't cock it up. I don't know if you've seen lately, but his dad's been really that.
Yeah.
He'll only play for the
My
Lakers.
son will only play for LeVar Ball saying his son will only play for that. I reckon that'll scare a lot of teams off.
His son will only play for what?
The Lakers.
Apparently.
Oh.
The only team he'll play for is the Lakers. Yeah.
Which I find insane because.
Why would you?
And again,
his dad doesn't get to
a team.
choose
Oh no, and look, a team will still pick him, but you saw with Jahlil Okafor obviously not wanting to be in the 76ers, getting into fights in getting into fights in Boston. You know, just being bad publicity.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me if Lonzo Ball was the same.
Mm.
And that can be a real headache for a team. And if he doesn't want to be there, he just simply doesn't want to be there.
But you don't know that he doesn't want to be there. It's just his dad.
Again,
to be there.
And again, there's obviously other guys. De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
There's tons of talent. So I think, if there was ever a year to tank, it would be this year.
I think Lonzo Ball seems like a pretty humble guy though. He seems pretty nice. I think most of it is just his dad talking, to be honest. I mean, everyone knows that his dad is a bit of a wanker, to be honest. But he's the stuff he says is terrible about all his sons too. He reckons saying his son Lonzo was better than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
A double unanimous MVP.
Yeah, I'll take him on a 1-on-1 and I bet you my son will beat him now.
Put my son on the Warriors. Watch how they go.
Yeah. And put Curry on the UCLA and see how UCLA goes. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's a dumb guy.
Again, look,
At least he has faith in his sons.
No, and look, that may be the way he's obviously. And look, he has obviously raised 3 really good sons. All of them successful, and all of them probably going to get drafted. Realistically, UCLA, you'd expect all of them to end up being drafted, bar injury. But look, I agree. Markel Fultz is unanimous. I think everyone around it's sort of like last year with the Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Obviously these guys are going to be better, I think, but I think it's fairly known that Markel Fultz is going to go number 1. Ball will go 2. Then again, it comes down to whether a team wants a Josh Jackson or from Kansas, or whether a team wants a Malik Monk. It all comes down to what team gets the third pick and what position. Because you got other great points. Like Dennis Smith Jr. has been compared to Russell Westbrook, and it shows how big a point guard is in this year.
Excellent. So there's our thoughts on the Rookie of the Year award this year and the upcoming draft next year. Thanks for watching and see you next time.